Oh my god, guys, I don't know what just happened. The suspension popped off and I literally had to just get Noon, my wife, and her mum to help push and compress the bike. Most ridiculous scenario.
Most ridiculous scenario.
I must have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Started to undo it just a little bit, just like one row full rotation.
One row full rotation.
One row full rotation. What's good, guys, and welcome to episode 8 of the Yamaha R3 Super Sport track bike build. If you've missed any episodes, click above and you can check them out. In the last episode we fit these fairings. We kind of started to see how the bike is going to look in its track form. Today I've got loads of little parts to fit. I've got some engine protection, which I think is what we'll start with. I've got some lower clip-on bars, which we should be able to get to. I've also got a chain too, but I just noticed that the front sprocket looks really quite worn out, but the back one looks okay, so we might not get to that today. But there's loads of little bits and bobs that we're gonna do, so enjoy today's episode, guys. And yeah, we are getting pretty freaking close to finishing this bike before the up and coming track day, which is in like 10 days. So enjoy, and yeah, let's get on with the video. So I know this is a little bit of a ghetto way of fitting, you know, engine protection and all these kind of things. I don't have a torque wrench. I know I should kind of get one. I just don't have the time going to the track really soon, and I'm gonna keep a really close eye on literally everything that I'm putting on myself. The first side went on pretty well. Let's do this side. Okay, so the engine protection went on nice. I kind of went over it another time and just tightened it all down. It's looking good. Probably the smoothest thing I've done since I've been working on this bike. So yeah, the next thing is these lower clip-ons. Now they should connect to the forks here as opposed to on top. So I'm gonna have to loosen the fork stem nut, if that's the right name of it. And yeah, try and have a go at fitting these lower handlebars. This, I believe, will be probably the biggest change in riding better and faster on the track, more than anything. Let's see how smooth this goes. Woo! That was on tight. This is why every time I do a build episode, and a lot of the time I never show it, I just do a time lapse or cut past it. There's so many bolts that are just too tight. Do you see this piece? This is like a ratchet piece that I've had to like hammer in to be able to get the leverage on the ratchet, because it's just really tight. It's ridiculous. This stuff is so tight. I have to hammer it in and I have to go and buy a new bolt. This is why it takes so much longer. I've not even got to the handlebars yet. This bolt, yeah, can you see this? I had to smash it to pieces. I don't know why this is so tight. It should be such an easy thing to take out. And there is the other one. My god, this took me so fucking long. I wonder if they put Loctite or something. You do not see this. See this. See this? There's been like 3 that have been like completely stupidly tight. I'm gonna swear one more time because I'm fucking pissed. Finally, I feel like I should get an award, and I haven't even changed the bars yet. So these specific clip-ons down there that I've bought are the clamp doesn't open, so it makes it a little bit harder to fit. So I have to slide it on and then reinstall the top of the triple clamp on. But I think the hard bit's kind of been done. I think in terms of just literally the screws being too tight. Yeah, now I've got the option of 4 different handle clip-ons, so I can choose the higher clip-ons or the low clip-ons, you know, in case you want to swap while you ride. So you can kind of see what I'm going for. It's a much lower, racier fit, more like an R6 or something than the relaxed, regular position of the R3. Gonna have to drill holes in these new clip-ons to fit the the housing for the on and off switch on the throttle side, and the indicators, or I don't have any indicators, but the switch gear on the left too. But it's starting to look good. It's starting to look a lot racier. Get it all fitted. It's going to be a lot of tinkering, but we're getting there. You can see how much better it's going to look for a track scenario. Hopefully we don't run into any serious clearance issues, but you know, judging by everything else in this build series, we probably will. because now that the bars are in like a way lower position, you can actually see how much they've adjusted this stock suspension. The previous people, like, look at how much that's been adjusted. I think that's probably maxed out because the other bars were here. Now obviously these bars are there. It shows how much it is. I'm gonna put it back in, you know, bring it back off or whatever. So I'm gonna go all the way to the left because we're all the way to the right now, and then come back and find the middle point and just see how that feels. Let me interject here for 1 second, guys. It's the next day, and I have since found out that the front forks on the R3 have no adjustment. Right here, you can't adjust the forks. I probably should have Googled it before I tried to adjust it, but I've learned the hard way. Don't do what I do. But I want to explain one thing. Is the reason why they're so much higher than standard, I believe, is because the previous owners have literally adjusted where the triple clamp sits, or the height of the bike. I'm not sure the perfect way to explain it, but the whole bike itself and the triple clamp they've lowered. So they've lowered where the bike connects to the forks. They've actually lowered the bike. Now you can kind of tell by how much here. I mean, the old bars were there before we put the new bars on down here, so I don't know if they've literally lowered the bike an inch or two. They've literally lowered the bike on the stock forks. They're not aftermarket forks. So yeah, we'll cut back to the video. Crazy shit right here. Most ridiculous scenario.
I must have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
Drama averted, bike's okay again. So I've got both of the clip-ons installed now. Obviously you might be able to tell from there that the clearances aren't yet sorted out with the fairing and the brake line and the master cylinder. I can pivot the clip-on itself around and try to like find the right fit. We're very much there, pretty much finished. Man, this is taking me so long. Again, it always seems to take me a whole day. It's like 5 o'clock. I'm gonna tinker it a little bit more, show you guys, and then pretty much done though. Alright, so I've got a somewhat decent fit. The clutch side is kind of done. I mean, I'll obviously be making adjustments to it over the next few days. The throttle side is a bit of another story. It's a little bit of a tight fit, like you can see here. And we're pretty much finished with today's episode, guys. My god, it has been a fucking mission, I tell you. But yeah, it's looking better. It's definitely got a racier profile. I think that obviously I'll have to get the fitment right, but I think that this is probably the #1 track mod to do to the R3. You've obviously got loads of performance mods you can do, like exhaust and everything else, ECUs and whatever, but ergonomically the R3 comes really relaxed, and now with these bars just being in a much lower position, it just helps you get in that sporty in front of the front wheel position when you get to the corners. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode, guys. This has been a fucking mission, and we're almost there. We're going to hit the track very soon. Thanks for staying to the end, guys, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Motor Man out.